Neymar and Kylian Mbappe didn't just have a disagreement. They had a slow, public, emotional car crash that lasted 4 years. And by the end, they weren't teammates. They were strangers who happened to wear the same jersey. This isn't a story about soccer. This is a story about what happens when a mentor realizes his student wants to erase him. And what happens when the student realizes the mentor will never step aside. Let me take you back to 2017, because context matters. When Mbappe arrived at PSG, he was 18 years old. He showed up with braces on his teeth and a poster of Cristiano Ronaldo on his wall. Neymar was 25, at his peak, the most expensive player in history, 222 million euros. And here's the emotional setup that nobody talks about. Neymar didn't just want to win at PSG, he wanted to be loved. He left Barcelona because Messi was the sun, and Neymar was tired of being a planet. Paris was supposed to be his solar system. Then a teenager from the French suburbs walked in. In theory, Mbappe was the perfect little brother, fast, respectful, eager to learn. In practice, little brothers grow up, and this one grew up faster than anyone expected. Here's the first controversial thing I'm going to say. The media frames Neymar as the villain. But watch the tape. In 2018, Neymar got injured. Serious injury. Metatarsal fracture. While he was recovering, Mbappe became the hero of France, won the World Cup, became a national icon. And Neymar watched from Brazil, on crutches, alone. You know that feeling when someone succeeds in the exact moment you're forced to disappear? That's not jealousy. That's human. The tension didn't explode overnight. It leaked, slowly, through small moments. A bad pass, a shrug, a look. By 2019, they weren't fighting. They were ignoring. Teammates said they went months without speaking. Months, in the same locker room, same training ground, same cafeteria. Think about how much effort that takes, to look at someone every single day and pretend they don't exist. That's not dislike, that's exhaustion. Then came 2022, and this is where the story gets ugly. The penalty incident, the pizza meme. But here's what the headlines didn't tell you. Before that game, Mbappe had secretly negotiated a new contract with PSG, a contract that gave him more money than Neymar, more power than Neymar, and control over club decisions. Neymar found out not from management, not from his agent. He found out from a journalist. Imagine learning your replacement has already been hired, and you're still in the building. So when Mbappe tried to take that penalty, it wasn't about a kick. It was a funeral. And Neymar knew it. He took the ball first, scored, then posted the pizza boy meme. Was it petty? Yes. Was it wrong? Maybe. But was it human? Absolutely. He was watching his kingdom get sold out from under him by a kid he once drove to training. Here's the controversial part. I think both of them were right, and both of them were wrong. Neymar was right to feel betrayed. He sacrificed his prime years for a club that never protected him. He played through pain. He got booed by his own fans. He watched PSG choose potential over loyalty. That hurts. That's not ego. That's grief. But Mbappe was also right to want more. He was better by 2022. Faster, stronger, more decisive. Why should he wait? Because Neymar arrived first? That's not how competition works. That's not how life works. The real villain isn't either player. The real villain is PSG. The club built a locker room with 2 kings and 0 adults. They never picked a side. They let the tension rot. They wanted the marketing of Neymar and the goals of Mbappe, without ever managing the human beings. That's not a team. That's a hostage situation. You want emotion? Watch the last game they played together. May 2023. PSG versus Clermont. Neymar was already injured, already leaving. He sat in the stands. Mbappe scored 2 goals, didn't celebrate, didn't look up. After the final whistle, they walked past each other on the pitch. No handshake, No eye contact. Neymar was holding his daughter. Mbappe was walking to the tunnel. 4 years of history, 200 goals between them, and they moved like ghosts. Neymar left for Saudi Arabia that summer. And here's the saddest part. Neither of them won. PSG collapsed without their rivalry. Neymar got booed in a retirement league. Mbappe stayed in a league that nobody respects. They destroyed each other for nothing. The kingdom burned, and the two kings ended up holding ashes. So what's the real lesson here? It's not that egos destroy teams. It's that silence destroys everything. They didn't hate each other because of penalties or money. They hated each other because nobody taught them how to share the light. And by the time they wanted to fix it, it was already too late.